Alrighty. We will get started. My name's Hillary Powell. I'm the Director of Undergraduate Admission, and I'll be the moderator for this You Ask, We Answer on campus recreation at PLU. I am joined by colleagues and current students who will be able to kind of help share the current student experience and also everything that PLU does to help provide these opportunities. So I will pass it off to Rob to do the first introduction.
All right. My name is Rob Thompson. I am the Associate Athletic Director for Campus Recreation here at PLU. I've been here about 12 years now, and I really oversee all of campus rec. So anything from like intramural sports to outdoor rec, club sports, group exercise classes, all the fun things.
Awesome. Lauren and Amari, who wants to kick it off?
I'll kick it off. My name is Lauren. I'm a junior here at PLU. I'm a business and economics double major with a concentration in marketing. I'm from Walla Walla, Washington. I went to Walla Walla High School. Shout out. And then here at PLU, I'm a group exercise spin instructor. So I teach and lead group workout classes.
And I'm Omari. I'm a senior here at PLU. I'm an elementary education major. I'm from Lafayette, Colorado, and I went to Centaurus High School. Shout out Centaurus. Um, and on at PLU, I am one of the directors of Outdoor Rec, and I have been a part of our intramural frisbee team at one point as well. So I lead trips, and I also go on them as well for Outdoor Rec.
And what space are you in right now?
We're in our new group exercise studio here in Harstad Hall. You see that right behind me. It's beautiful.
Yes, awesome. I was like, oh, this is a perfect background. Awesome. Alrighty, Rob, well, I'll pass it off to you.
All right. Well, I'm actually going to pass it right back to Amari. Amari, you wanna start this thing up?
Yeah, of course. So POU, it's our POU, our outdoor rec program. It helps students to get to know the outdoors better. It helps them to learn new skills, and most importantly, it helps them make new friends and have fun with the friends that they meet while on those adventures. It's a student-led program, and it's led by two student directors and a gear manager. All three of those positions are paid. We have 15 other volunteer trip leaders, however, that help us to organize and lead trips. We do trips and adventures every weekend. Sometimes it's local day trips to major week-long or weekend-long camping excursions as well. Our trips are first come, first serve, and we try to make them affordable within the ranges of $15 to $25. One of the best features of it is that transportation gear and snacks are all included with the fee that you pay when you go on the trip as well. And it's just a general way to stay active, build your confidence, and just experience the Pacific Northwest, especially as a student who is not from Washington or the Pacific Northwest as well. We go on a lot of trips and adventures, as I had mentioned. Students can join a wide variety of trips, including hiking, kayaking, which is my personal favorite, climbing and snowshoeing. And we do day trips to towns like Leavenworth or Ocean Shores or Port Angeles. We go to a lot of different places. And then we always try to do an annual spring break trip that is a little bit longer. This year, we're going to Yellowstone, and in the past, we've gone to Glacier National Park and the Redwoods. Each year, student directors like us, we try to plan a list of about 40 adventures to go on, and we try to make sure it's something that the large variety of students at PLU will be interested in, all different skill levels and skill sets for those trips as well. And one of the best parts about getting involved is there's a lot of perks to the program. For trip leaders, you get a free wilderness certification. You have to go to classes, but it is completely free, and it is an awesome thing just to have on resumes and different trips and adventures, especially with friends as well. There's weekly meetings, and we offer a lot of fun team perks, including holiday gifts. We sometimes do group dinners together as well. And then one of the biggest things a lot of our trip leaders love is just the free access to gear from Outdoor Rec. That's in our Outdoor Rec office. And then being a part of Outdoor Rec is also just a chance to lead trips and develop your leadership skills, gain more outdoors confidence, and just comfortability with being outside. And then it's also just a great way to connect with students here on campus at PLU as well.
Amari, before we go to club sports, do you want to just say how you got involved in outdoor rec and why you got involved and how your experience has been?
Sure. I joined Outdoor Rec as a trip leader at the end of my freshman year. My freshman year roommate at the time, he had been a trip leader for a long time, and I'd gone on a few trips with him, and I really enjoyed doing the trips and meeting new people and making a lot of new friends. In fact, like half my roommates I've met on Outdoor Rec that I live with right now, which is really awesome. And I just stayed with the program. I kept doing trips and going on adventures, and I really liked it to the point where junior year came along, and at the end of junior year there was an opening for a director, and I applied, and I am now one of the two directors of our program, which is very awesome. And I really enjoy directing the program and setting up trips for Lutz here on campus and off campus as well.
Thank you.
I have a question actually. Can you kind of describe what a like trip looks like in action of like what time are you leaving in the morning? How does that all work? What time do you get back? What kind of does a general trip look like?
Yeah, of course. It obviously will depend in length on the location that we go to. Like a trip to Leavenworth is a 2.5, 3 hour drive, so it's going to be a lot longer of a day. But we generally start them around 8 to 10 a.m. is like the starting range we try to start trips at. And we meet down at the Columbia Center, which is a location here on campus that hosts a lot of our outdoor rec gear. And it's just a location where us outdoor rec trip leaders meet a lot. And we start there, and then we head out on the trip in a loop van, which is a vehicle that we can rent out. And it's a very cool vehicle. If you live in the Parkland area or in Washington on a weekend and you've seen it out driving, you've probably seen it out driving. It's a big yellow van.
It's you all.
It's us, yeah. We get to the location, and mostly for hikes, I will say we get to the location, we'll hike to the trailhead. During the hike, we have a lot of conversations. We chat with all the people, try to make new friends, new connections. We ask a lot of questions, just try to get to know each other. We always try to stop for a good bunch of picture breaks as well. We try to make sure we have a lot of pictures. That's very important just for like social media and just have in general. We always will bring a lot of snacks on the trips as well. Snacks is a big part of our program. We always have a few snack breaks during trips. And we also have a lunch break. That's another big thing during trips. We tend to get back. I try to hammer in and limit us to get back around 4 to 5 o'clock, especially just because we know PLU, our Lutz are still students. So even on weekends, they still might have assignments they need to get done. So we can't have them out from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. because that may mean they miss a test that's due or an assignment that's due during that time period. So we try to do it from like 8 to 5, like a work day, I guess I would say.
That's great. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. And I think I'm also talking about club sports as well. We offer a lot of club sports, including men's lacrosse, men's and women's wrestling, and then men's and women's ultimate frisbee as well. What are club sports at PLU? Club sports offer a great way to get competitive and a lot of just athletic opportunities with supportive students, and it's just a great environment to be in. The coaches are part-time and they help to develop and lead each team. They do practices about 2 to 3 times a week. And one of the best parts about our club sports is it's open to both experienced and beginner students. I was a part of the Frisbee team when I had a lot more time on my plate. And when I did, I had played Frisbee. I touched a Frisbee, but I never played Ultimate Frisbee before. And it was a very welcoming environment, and I really loved being with all those Frisbee members. As I mentioned, it's student run with campus rec support. And then it just offers a great way to have competition and play a sport without all the demands of a varsity team, like waking up at 6 in the morning for weight rooms and stuff like that. As I mentioned, PLU currently offers men's wrestling, women's wrestling, men's ultimate frisbee, women's ultimate frisbee, men's lacrosse, and we are currently also developing a men's and women's tennis program, which very interesting and very cool. I'm really excited about that. Most teams also compete against other colleges and they travel for matches and tournaments. Um, as it says, our tennis clubs are currently building their programs and practicing on campus with plans to expand to intercollegiate competition. And why should you join a club at PLU? It's a great way to get coaching and skill development and just general athleticism and stay active. They offer regular practices and a chance for competitive play if you're a competitive person. It offers leadership opportunities with each club. You are helping to lead your team. Even if you're not a captain, you're still a teammate. So you are to help your teammates to a victory and help lead them to a win. It's a built-in community for your first semester while you're in PLU. When you join a club sport, you're with a team of people and they're all great people to be with for the first semester. It's a great way to meet people and get people to do activities with because you all already have that general sport in common with each other. And then whether you played a sport for years or you're ready to try something new, club sports at PLU can help you stay active, connected, and involved with the campus community.
Amari, what was your favorite part of being on the Ultimate Frisbee team?
Honestly, I really loved traveling for tournaments. I went to Oregon for a tournament. It was Beaver Brawl at OSU, and it was a really fun way to connect with a lot of the players on the team. I was not very close with many of them when I had gone on the trip. I was only close to like a few, 2 or 3 teammates. And at the end, I felt a lot closer to all of them. And I still think about it a lot, very often, that one weekend.
So fun. I think it's a great club sports, I think are a really great opportunity for students that, want to play at that incredibly competitive level, be able to travel, be able to have kind of this experience, but also kind of like Amari, you were saying, if potentially PLU doesn't have the right varsity sport that you're interested in, or you're kind of ready to not maybe play a varsity sport at the collegiate level, these can give you kind of that outlet and team and that ability to have that connection. I had a lot of friends when I was at PLU who played Ultimate Frisbee. I had picked up a frisbee and I am not good at frisbee. So I was a great cheerleader for my friends on the side. But I think it's nice that it's a really easy entryway to staying active. One of the questions that we got, this was more specifically around wrestling, is what do potentially for any club sport, but also if the wrestling could be addressed as well, what do the like tryout process look like, or some of them walk on? Like, how does a student join club sports, and what are kind of the barriers or non-barriers to entry depending on the sport?
Yeah, I'll answer that. We try to eliminate as many barriers as possible here at PLU. We want to make anyone who maybe has never tried the sport before to be able to come on in and feel comfortable. And that's why we also have like part-time like coaches as well too to teach them the sport. We don't have tryouts. It's more of, hey, I'm kind of interested, and we get you cleared pretty quickly, and you go into the gym and meet the team and everything. A lot of times students will ask me, how do I do this? I send them right away. I'm like, hey, here's email the team, ask them when practices are and come check it out and just see what you think of it.
That's awesome. Thanks. It's good
Yeah.
to know.
Beautiful. Okay, this is me. I'm just talking about Group X. So just what Group X is, they're group exercise workout classes. One of our most popular classes is our spin classes, which is what I teach. We offer them 5 days a week at different times throughout the week to kind of like adjust to people's schedules and make sure that there's a time where most people are free. They're usually at 6 p.m., but we've done a 6 a.m. class. We have a 4:30 p.m. class. We've done classes as late as 8 p.m. It just really is based on like student interest and availability. We recently added a mat Pilates class. It's once a week, and it's been quite popular. The wait list has been filling up every single week. People are coming, people are loving it. And so there's a lot of room with that to expand based on like what the student interest is and like what people look like they really want. Some past programs we've done that we don't do anymore, but there's possibility to bring them back. We've done yoga classes, Zumba classes. We did a rowing class. There's just a bunch of different programs that just based on student availability, who wants to teach it, like we're always down to bring them back. And it's just a great way to get involved. They're student driven, so the students have the opportunity to kind of shape the programming. Like I said, there's a lot of opportunity and a lot of chances to bring something up, and we'll get it going. We'll find one way or another, we will get a class implemented. I'm on that. Don't worry, I would love to take any class. And they also take place in our brand new studio where we're sitting right now. It's in Harstad Hall, which is one of the upper division dorms on campus. We have a great classroom space. We have our spin bikes in here, our yoga mats for Pilates. It's great, it's wonderful, and it's all for us. And overall group exercise is just a really fun way to like be social, build a community on campus, meet other people. Even if you take one class, you'll meet someone at least, and just like find others on campus who want to get active, get moving, have fun with it. It's super low stress. You don't have to ever taken a group workout class before to join. And like most of the time, people have never taken a spin class or a Pilates class, and they show up and they keep coming and they love it. It's a great way to relieve your stress, have a little fun, and connect with other students on campus. Okay, and so how to become a group exercise instructor, everything I've done, all the steps I've gone through. Students can become instructors as well as just like taking classes themselves. It's a great way to build your leadership skills, get teaching experience for if you like want to go into a position later in life where you're going to need to teach other people. It's a very low stress and easy way to get some experience interacting and leading groups of people, and just doing new things in front of a crowd. Students and especially instructors can help influence the programming by introducing new classes to PLU that we've maybe never considered before or we've never done before that people are interested in. And then they can also inspire their friends and bring other people here and like build that community. Like you'll meet someone in class and you'll ask them, and they'll talk about yourselves and you'll be like, oh, I'm a Group X instructor. And then soon your half your class is showing up to your workout class, and it's a great way to get involved. You can really inspire everyone, and then you gain this like really important role in creating an inclusive and active community on campus. Some of my like closest friends I met in a spin class, and it's lovely, and you just get to be part of like creating these connections with other people. And it's just a great way to develop your skills, give back, and just like share with PLU what you have to offer. And it's like super low stress and wonderful. So yeah.
Lauren, why are your classes so popular?
Well, I would say they're so popular because it's only 45 minutes and 5 of those minutes are stretching. So it's really only 40 minutes of work. It doesn't really feel like you're doing anything, and they're just so upbeat. We literally ride to the beat of music, any music you want. We're always open for suggestions, any theme you want. And it's just very low key and very chill. And there's cool lights, there's cool music. We got these new headphones now that all sync together so you feel like you're in a silent disco. It's just super awesome and upbeat, and I'm awesome, and all the instructors are awesome. So it's great to be around.
How can you I guess describe why you became an instructor?
Yeah. So I became an instructor the end of my freshman year here. So I was taking spin classes while I was here. They were super fun. They were super great. I was just kept coming back. I couldn't get enough. And then towards the end of the year, I was like, okay, this is something I want to be involved in. This is something I want to lead myself. I'm already taking the classes. I might as well be paid to teach them and influence other students. And so I became an instructor, and I started teaching and like had this role on campus as an instructor. And I got a bunch of my friends to join. I've had Amari come to a class, convinced him. Yeah. And it's just a great way to like find community on campus and be involved. And I've loved it.
For both your Lauren and Amari, your positions kind of in this leadership role are paid student employment positions, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that's a really great example of we get a lot of questions in admission about like what kind of jobs can I have on campus? And I think sometimes we think like, well, you can just have this type of job or this job has the most amount of people, but you can also do the things you are already doing, become a leader within that, and then get paid for it. That's not a bad way
Mhm.
to go about it.
It's a job you would never think of, but it's a great
Yeah.
one,
Yeah,
in my
I think it's
opinion.
a really great example of ways that you can kind of do it all at PLU. Yeah. Awesome.
All right. Well, I'm going to talk about one of my favorite things on campus, intramural sports. Basically, this is one of those programs where we have about half of campus participates in. Um, Intramurals, you're basically, we have about 30 different sport leagues that we run throughout the year. And these kind of range from anything from like playing flag football, pickleball, badminton, basketball, volleyball. And it's basically you're playing against your peers and your people have maybe have never played the sport before, or they just want to come on out and watch, or someone who's played a ton in high school. It's a really good way to just kind of stay active and meet people. To get involved, you can form your own team with people in your dorm or your friends. You can join an existing team. You can sign up as a free agent, and we'll go and try to find you a team. And it's one of those things. It's only you play 1 or 2 games a week, so it's not really that much time out of your day. And if you miss a game, it's no big deal. It's very kind of low stress, but a lot of fun. Some sports are really popular, like volleyball, so we have to offer it year round. And same with pickleball has been exploding. We offer that year round. Um, if you win an intramural T-shirt, and also this all of our intramurals are student officiated too. So we have all student workers who are refereeing these games. And again, where I always say just everyone should try intramurals at least once. Again, it's very low commitment. Most of the leagues, they last about a month long. So you'll have about anywhere from like 5 to 8 games. Each game is about an hour long. So not a huge time commitment, a ton of fun, awesome way to meet people. And yeah, just a pretty fun vibe. You win a t-shirt if you win. We do some sports bigger than others. For example, intramural softball, we actually broadcast our championship game. So it's kind of cool. We kind of make it as big as possible. We do like a pregame, post-game, we name an MVP. We play it on our varsity baseball field, and it's just we have a lot of viewers watching that game, even parents at home watching. So it's a lot of fun. If there's a sport we don't offer right now and students want to do it, I would be the one to talk to, and we find a way to make it happen. So we're always open for expanding, finding new ideas, trying to get students out and active. And yeah, I think intramurals is one of the more fun programs on campus.
The t-shirt truly is one of the most coveted t-shirts on campus. Like he says it in the presentation, but it truly is if you get the intramural championship t-shirt, that is the t-shirt you want on campus. Um, there was a good question about is tennis an intramural sport or is it just kind of a club building sport? I
Yeah,
guess
no,
is yeah.
yeah. So we offer tennis as an intramural sport. We offer it twice a year. We offer it in the fall and in the spring. It started off becoming just really popular within intramurals, so that's why I think that's another reason why we started venturing off to potentially be a club as well too. And then the club team as well too is trying to get people from intramurals to come play on the club. So it's a nice little feeding ground almost.
For tennis and wrestling, and for all of our club sports, their practices and things that they're doing are all on campus.
Yes, everything is on campus. We used to practice off campus for wrestling. We no longer do that now. Everything now it's in Memorial Gym. So we're still trying to make it as easy as possible for students to come and show up and have a good time.
Yeah, that's great. Awesome. Those watching, if you have questions, please put them in the Q&A and we can help get to those. I think as things are coming in, Lauren and Amari, I would love to hear a little bit, right? Students kind of at this stage of the game are starting to make their decisions on where they're going to go to college. And so, do you two mind kind of sharing what that process looked like for you and how you ultimately ended up at PLU?
You want me to first?
Sure.
Okay, perfect. I would say my process of choosing PLU and just like my post high school plans were just so crazy. I originally didn't think I was going to go to college, and I got accepted into PLU as just like my high school auto applied me, and I got accepted. I got some pretty good scholarships for PLU. It was the only school I actually toured and visited in person. And I remember stepping onto campus and I was like, okay, I like this. I like this environment. It's far enough away from home. It's about 5 hours of a drive, but it was still close enough that if I needed to go home for anything, there were still people there. I had some great teachers in high school who graduated from PLU. And the community when I came onto campus was super welcoming. It was just super inviting. There was a lot to offer, but it wasn't too big, too overwhelming. Everything I wanted for my major, it was amazing. And I've truly found a great community and I've loved it here ever since. So yeah.
Thanks. Thanks for sharing.
For me, it was a little different. I first heard of Pacific Lutheran University because of my cousin, because she graduated from here. And since I grew up in Colorado, Washington colleges were a very expensive conversation for me and my family. So when I told them I really wanted to go to college in Washington State, they were very concerned about it. But my cousin told me about this school, and she told me about all the programs they have, all the offerings all the activities that they do. She was also a part of the Ultimate Frisbee team herself when she was here. So she told me about everything that was happening on campus. And I was like, that sounds like a pretty cool school. I think I'm gonna apply, see what happens, test it out. So I applied and I was accepted and I toured here. This was the only out of state school I actually chose to tour. And I got here and I was like, wow, it's super beautiful. And the first thing was like culture shock of like it being so green everywhere and seeing like green grass, green trees. Cause it was I want to say like April when I toured. So in Colorado it's a very dead season because it's post winter at that time. So not a lot of plants are alive. So it was very different. And I was like, this is so pretty. I want to go to school here. And funny enough, at the time, I was also a very different person. Like when I applied to PLU, outdoor rec was not at the top of the list of things I really wanted to do. And I also was not an education major. So I went through a very large shift while here, and PLU helped with that shift as well. And I still felt very comfortable at this school, which was very awesome.
You do a lot of things with the outdoors now, Amari here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, well, I think those are always like really nice things to hear. I think kind of once you're past senior year, sometimes once you've made the decision and you're where you're at, you're like, oh, right, it never really was a question. And sometimes it's nice to go back and be like, oh, right, this was a like really intense process of having to choose a school. Rob, do you mind sharing kind of why you chose to come and work at PLU and some of the things that have been kind of your proudest moments or most exciting moments of being a PLU staff member?
Yeah, I'm actually originally from the East Coast. I'm from outside of Boston. I actually never thought I'd be out here on the West Coast when I was growing up, but yeah, no, for PLU, it's one of those things where like once I got here on campus and just started to make connections with staff members, with students, you could kind of tell like a lot of our staff members really, really care, and they really care about trying to make sure students have a good experience. And I mean, we have like, it's funny, we have like professors playing intramural softball and intramural flag football. And I just think it's great.
Yeah.
So it was a good thing for like students love beating up on the professors and I just have a good time with it. So I think those probably a lot of my highlights are watching some of the staff members just really choke on on so that would be it for me. But it's been a really just welcoming experience, and the students here, everyone always says they're just really good people, and I just kind of have that sense of like, hey, they want to be here, and they just I don't know, it's something that I want them to do well. I want Lauren, I want Amar to do well, and I know they're doing great things for us. So it's a special spot.
I think the theme that I've been kind of hearing as I've been doing some of these other webinars too is the importance of stepping on campus, of getting here at some point to be able to kind of really see it and feel it and be able to see potentially yourself at the community. I'm kind of the same way. When I was doing my college search process, I said I would never attend PLU. I was very adamant about it, actually. And then I went on a campus tour and I was like, oh, actually, just kidding. This is where I'm supposed to be. And now I've been here like a decade plus after that. So really recommend those of you that are watching, if you haven't been able to come to campus, try to attend one of our admitted student days or the spotlight days coming up. Be able to meet Rob and Amari and Lauren, right? There's a lot of students on campus that we can connect you with. But otherwise, you can always reach out to your admission counselor if you have questions or want to get connected after this webinar. But Lauren, Amari, Rob, thank you so much for taking the time. Lauren, good luck with your class at 6 o'clock. And thank you again for sharing a little bit more about recreation at PLU. And we hope that those of you attending will attend some other events with us in the spring. Otherwise, have a great evening.
Awesome. Thank you.